Selling digital products online has always been this really promising way to make an income. But for so many of us, there was a huge catch. You kind of had to be a designer. Well, today, we're going to look at how artificial intelligence isn't just lowering that barrier, it is completely smashing it to pieces. And it's changing the whole game for creators.
So let's just put the old way versus the new way side by side. I mean, think about it. Traditionally, if you wanted to create a digital product, you were battling expensive software like Photoshop, going through this crazy steep learning curve, and spending hours, sometimes even days, on just one design. Now, with AI, you can just flip that whole thing on its head. The process is unbelievably fast, it's open to pretty much everyone, and the most important skill isn't being a tech wizard anymore, it's just being able to communicate your creative ideas through simple text prompts.
All right, so here's the game plan for this explainer. We're going to start by really understanding the old hurdles that held so many people back. Then we'll dive into the AI solution that is changing everything. After that, we're going to roll up our sleeves and actually build 3 different products together, step by step. And finally, we'll wrap up with the key lessons so you can get started on your own thing. Look, the chance to sell digital products on platforms like Etsy or Creative Market is absolutely massive. It's a huge opportunity. But for anyone who doesn't have a design degree, that opportunity has always been guarded by some pretty big, intimidating barriers. Yeah, the challenge was really a perfect storm of things. It wasn't just about having a great idea. You also had to master some seriously complex software, have the budget to even buy it, and then be willing to pour just a ton of time into one single design. Honestly, that commitment alone was enough to make most people just give up before they even got started. But then, this new wave of technology just showed up, and it's basically the ultimate equalizer. It's making professional-grade design accessible to anyone with an idea and a keyboard, and it's totally shaking up the whole creator economy. So what's the engine behind all this? Well, we can call them advanced AI image models. Just think of tools from big tech companies that can take your simple text descriptions, your prompts, and turn them into these incredible, high-res images. They're not just tools anymore. They're more like creative partners in the whole design process. This quote from the creator whose work we're actually looking at today, it just captures the feeling perfectly. A process that used to be frustrating and really hard is now described as wonderful. And that shift from struggle to joy, that's really what this is all about. Okay, so let's get our hands dirty. Our first case study is going to be creating educational posters. This is a super popular niche for digital products, and we're about to see just how fast we can go from a basic idea to something you could actually sell. First things first, is there a market for this? Oh yeah, here's a real product selling for just under $2. But what's really interesting here is that the store only has 20 ratings. That proves you don't need to be some established giant to get in on this. There is absolutely room for new creators to jump in and do well. So how do you actually do it? It really comes down to this simple, repeatable, 3-step workflow. First, you find a reference image to nail down the artistic style you're going for. Second, you use a tool like ChatGPT to analyze that image and write a new, unique prompt for your idea. And third, you take that prompt and feed it into your AI image generator to create the final design. That's it. And boom, here's the result. On the left, you've got the basic reference image. It works, but it's pretty simple. On the right is the AI-generated version. It's this vibrant, high-quality 2D illustration with a much more logical layout, and it has this distinct artistic spirit that the original just doesn't have. It's not a copycat, it's a total creative upgrade. Okay, so we've nailed the process for a single poster. Now let's take that same exact workflow and apply it to something a little different, maybe a bit more complex, educational activity sheets for kids. And this one really drives home the incredible time savings. The creator mentioned that a single, good quality worksheet used to take at least 3 full days of manual work. Just keep that number in your head, 3 days, as we see what's possible now. So the process is exactly the same. But here's where the real power of AI for scaling your production becomes so clear. You find your reference worksheet, right? But this time, you tell ChatGPT to generate unique prompts for the entire alphabet, making sure you get a consistent style across all 26 letters. You can literally generate a whole product line in one afternoon. And the quality is just incredible. The AI generates a whole learning experience on one page. You've got everything from capital and lowercase letters to guided tracing with little numbers, a letter recognition activity, and these super charming illustrations. It's a rich, valuable, totally polished product that was created in just a tiny fraction of the time. All right, for our final case study, we're going to tackle printable stickers. And for this one, we're going to introduce a fantastic little pro tip that takes efficiency to a whole new level. It also shows a slightly more advanced way you can talk to the AI.
Okay, so here's the secret sauce for being efficient. Think in sets. Don't waste your time or your AI credits generating one sticker, then another, then another. The real power move is to tell the AI to create an entire sheet of multiple, distinct stickers all in one go. This is a total game changer for your productivity.
So here's the challenge we're throwing at the AI. Generate a full sticker sheet with 12 unique sea creatures. And not only that, but each creature needs its own funny little phrase, and the whole collection has to share the same consistent 2D illustration style. I mean, that's a genuinely complex creative brief to give. Now, you're probably not going to get this perfect on the first shot, and that's totally okay. That's actually part of the process. This really shows the core skill of prompt engineering. It's like you're having a creative conversation with the AI. The first try gave us stickers, but no text. A quick revision added text, but it was kind of separate from the images. The final successful prompt was the one that wove the text commands right into each individual sticker's description. It's all about having a little back and forth to get it just right. And there you have it, the final product. A professional, high-quality sticker sheet with 12 unique, super charming designs, each with its own text, all perfectly styled. I mean, this is a product that would have taken a designer days of careful work, and now it's ready in minutes. It's just amazing. So we've walked through how to create 3 different products, going from simple to pretty complex. Now let's just boil it all down to the key principles you can take with you on your own AI-powered projects to make sure you get the absolute best results. All right, here are the big takeaways. First, and this is huge, always prioritize quality over just pumping out a ton of stuff. Second, use reference images for style inspiration, but never ever just copy them. Always add your own unique creative spin. Third, if you want to be competitive when you launch, try to aim for a good-sized collection, maybe like 50 related designs for one product type. And finally, the most important skill you can develop is simply learning to talk to the AI effectively to get your vision out of your head and onto the screen. We've seen the process, we've walked through the examples, and it's pretty clear that the barrier to entry for creating digital products has been completely torn down. So the only question left is the really exciting one. What digital product are you going to create first? The tools are here, the opportunity is massive, and really, your creativity is the only thing holding you back.